Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Martina and yes, finally I'm ready to make a video of my latest cutie. Well, coming back from vacation, I brought a little souvenir with me. I had coughing, my voice was gone, hearing was not the best, so not nice, but I have recovered now after almost 2 weeks, and this is why I do this little video of my, as I say, latest cutie, which is already in my Etsy shop, and I have been asked by some of you to when a video will be there, and it's now. So let's just dive immediately into it, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So her name is Renaissance Romance. And yeah, it says it all. It's inspired by medieval age, Renaissance time, the love and the yeah of the people over there. So, and it all started as usual. As usually my journals do start with making the cover, and it got inspired. The very initial inspiration came from this very pretty upholstery fabric, which reminded me about pattern used in the medieval age, and therefore it became Renaissance Romance. It's a little cutie. It's not as big as some of my other journals, definitely not as huge as the one which I did before this one, and I give you the measurements right now. In centimeters, it measures 17.5 times 11.5, and it comes with a 5.5 centimeter spine. And this means in inches, 7 times 4.5 times 2.2. Yeah, so I explain you a little bit about the cover. As you might see, it has a kind of a topping over there. And this one comes from an old book from the 19th century, and it's a book of a German poet, of German poetry, and it's called Blüten and Perlen deutscher Dichtkunst, which means flowers and pearls of German poetry. I have decorated the cover, as you can see, with this very pretty upholstery fabric in gray and gold tones. I have added double lace, as usually I do, and I have further decorated the spine with some smaller pearls in gold tones. The, let's call it, topping on the cover from this very old book can be opened, and I have added some thread over here to close it, and it also does carry some nice trim over there. And when you open it, you can see, first of all, you can see that the old book, which I have also used to form the initial cover, has been further decorated by some medieval inspired image of a flower, and I further added some frame around it. On the left hand side, you see a flip up. You can open it, of course. There's a little belly band, small little belly band over here with a card. And there is also an envelope, which I have created from some pretty gift paper, gift wrapping. And when you open the envelope, what you find inside is some of the first pages of this book, which I have used here. And it says, as I mentioned before, Blüten and Perlen deutscher Dichtung, flowers and pearls of German poetry. And it says that it comes from 1868. So the future owner of this little cutie here will also have the initial or the original pages of the first book. And also there's another card inside here, which I have sewn around as I usually do. So This can be closed. And now let's go into the book itself, into the journal itself. It has also been, of course, closed with some vintage ribbon in gold tones, and I just made a knot. So, when you open it, and you will see this journal has in total 5 signatures, and it comes with about 152 pages back and forth. On the left hand side, I have used amazingly pretty, I think, wallpaper, which comes in a design like a wall stone wall. And I've added a brocade belly band over there. I made a collage from different scraps, and I've used also some nice flower, and I added it here. So the first signature starts with a medieval image of a lady, and I have decorated this first signature with some nice trim. Here there is some vellum, and yeah, throughout this journal you will find different material which I have used. I have used laces, of course, I have used vellum, I have used coffee dyed paper, I have also used some brocade, some sari silk, some different material. So let's get surprised. So this is vellum from Tim Holtz, and here the first page has been decorated with some nice lace, coffee dyed paper which I have sewn around with some fancy stitching. That's the picture of the ancient picture, let's call it like this, of a peacock. And here I made some collage with some nice paper. It's showing I don't know, don't know. Here you see a vellum pocket, which I have further decorated with some gold embossing. And inside there is a tag, which I have created by collaging different material, brocade, lace, and some pictures from digital paper. And here this is die cut, which I did. And I also made some acrylic paint. I put some acrylic paint on it in order to give it this old bronze gold tone. Here this is some nice decoration with some sari silk. Behind it a belly band with the picture of a medieval woman. And as usual I have mixed and matched different paper. I have used design paper. I have also added some digital paper from very different artists. And this one here is one of my first attempts to make coffee dyed paper using a stencil, so that the full pattern comes through, and I think it came out pretty nicely, and it says wonderful, or it says merveilleux, which is the same expression in French. Here there's a little booklet, a little some paper in black, and I've added some medieval images over here, a belly band, and inside the belly band there's a picture of a medieval scenery with some castle and some gold. And what you see here is, and some of you might know that, I love to use wine labels, and this wine label has this really pretty ornament in gold, and I have added the picture of a window, and I have used it as a belly band. Some coffee dyed paper. Here I have made a collage from some brocade, some lace, and a picture of a lady. Tag. Again, fancy stitching. Here's a flip up. You can flip it up like this, and it also has been turned into a pocket, and inside this pocket there is a pattern, a window pattern from this era. And this one can be flipped up, and you can use it for writing because it has some lines and it has a very pretty decoration. So this was the signature number 1. We come to signature number 2, and again I have used a medieval scenery, medieval image with some daffodils, I guess. And here I have added some, it's a little bit like metallic lace. I have sewn it on the page, or I've glued it on the page. And behind it, you see there's a pocket which shows a falcon. And inside this pocket, I have added a tag which I have created by doing some embossing and adding some acrylic paint in different colors to give it this shiny appearance. Die cut and some embossing over here, fancy stitching on coffee dyed pink paper. Again, a medieval image over here. I have used on the opposite side, I have used some blue color speckles to make it nicely match the color of this image over here. Here I've done some stenciling, and this is some, some nice cotton fabric which I have added here. And on the back side you see another of these very pretty brocade belly bands, and behind it there's another Renaissance picture. Some brocade over there on coffee dyed paper, another vellum with some wildflowers, pocket, and here another medieval image in a tag form. This is again one of the coffee dyed images which I did. I love it. I was really proud. And here another pocket, and inside this pocket there's another tag. And the back side of this pocket has also been made by vellum and some gold embossing on top of it. Another little pocket over here, vellum, some coffee dyed paper. Here there is a little pocket, and in this pocket there is an envelope, and in this envelope there is a tag, and I see that I have not yet added some bow or some ribbon, which I'm going to do. So it sits over here, and on the opposite side there is some die cut of a rose. Another die cut of a butterfly, which I have added on some collage paper over there. Decoration on fancy stitching, coffee dyed paper, and here there's another pocket, and inside this pocket there's an envelope, again with some medieval Renaissance pattern, and inside there's another small tag which I have sewn around, and I also added some gold waxing to it. And it sits in this pocket with the picture of a falcon. Yeah, so this was number 2, and number 3 in the middle I have created by using this pretty wallpaper, and it shows a bookshelf and it shows old books, and I have also added here some embossing in gold, like I did on the back side as well, in order to make it match the nice books which are shown here, exposed here. And I've added some bow which you can open, and here some very nice and richly decorated trim. So this is a picture of Leonardo da Vinci. Here is a brocade pocket made from 2 different fabrics, and inside again one of these really pretty digital paper showing a medieval image of a lady. Here there's some side toppers, another pocket over here with 2 cards inside, and by the way, this one is the Stamperia paper from Klimt, and Klimt of course is not from the medieval image, the medieval time, but I thought it nicely fits, and therefore I added it. As I said, I love to mix and match different materials. I think this is part of the fun. And what I also wanted to mention is I am going to stay away from calling these things junk journals, because do you think there's a lot of junk in? Maybe a little bit, but mainly I think these are joy journals, and joy journals are just there to give you joy, to also express the joy of making them, and the joy of selling them, and the joy of, for you, I hope, of receiving them. So again, some fancy stitching here. This is a bigger tag, which I've done by collaging some nice paper. I think it's Tim Holtz paper. And I also added some old book paper and some lace over there. And it sits in this nice pocket with a belly band. Another of these window elements. It shows the window and the look outside of this window. And it's in this nice pocket here. Brocade tag with some decoration of lace over there. Again, this coffee dyed paper. Here there's another tree. There's a treefold of some Renaissance pictures: Falcon, Lady, and Venice. Window picture. So lace. One of my self-created tags with some, as I said, embossing, acrylic paint, different colors to give it this metallic form. And here this is a lace pocket, which nicely fits the the gold tones. And what you can also see here, this lace I have also used to decorate the inside of the spine. So where I have attached the signatures. So we come to number 4. Nice flowers forming a pocket on the inside, and inside there's a there's a journaling card, which I have further let's say beautified by adding some gold acrylic paint to it. Topper, coffee dyed paper again with some pattern. Here's fancy stitching, vellum, another pocket over there, which has also been decorated with some sari silk in this nice beige tones, and a pattern which I think perfectly matches the Renaissance idea. In the middle you find some nice digital paper with some lines to make the writing easier, fancy stitching, vellum. Here there's another, how to say, envelope, and inside there's a big tag with a falcon, and there's this window over there, and you can put it in if you can manage, like I cannot now because it got stuck somewhere, but I do it later, and you can see through this image and it sits here. So this is also some of my created embossed elements, and another tag. So, and this is the last page of the signature number 4, and again I did some collaging over here and added some black lace. Yeah, now we come to number 5, the last one, and again you see these really pretty digital images here. 2 ladies, and this is again the scenery of Venice, and I've added some lace over there or some trim over there, and I made also some gold waxing around this image here. And on the inside, what you see here is another vellum pocket where I have added a die cut in this bronze tones, and I have added also a tag or a journaling card. Oops. And it's a little bit stubborn, I guess, but it has to go in. Some decoration with a frame and a die cut and some lace, topping, another pocket with 2 journaling cards, smaller ones. Here I have used some coffee dyed vellum, added some brocade, and also added a medieval image over here. And it gives this nice sound, which I love. And on this side I have added some brocade and also added the picture of a bird. Again, some brocade over here. I love this because it's so shiny and but not too much, and it gives a little bit of bling to it. This coffee dyed vellum. Another die cut over here. Here there is a brocade pocket, and inside this brocade pocket there is a tag, or a journaling card, which has been backed by coffee dyed paper and also sewn around. And when you turn it, you come to the end of the 5th signature, but it's not the end of the journal, because there's another flip out. And when you flip it out, you can have a very nice look to this, as I said before, amazingly pretty wallpaper, which gives the impression of a stone wall. And in this flip out, there's a pocket, of course, and in this pocket there's another journaling card sitting here. Yeah. Here you see the double lace, and that's it. That's Renaissance Romance. I think it's a little cutie. It's packed with many, many pretty things, with envelopes, different material, brocade, you name it. I have to say, I love my coffee dyed paper, and I hope you do love it too. It's available in my Etsy shop. If you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up, give me a comment. I would love to read it. And maybe you can also subscribe if you have not yet done so. Thank you very much for listening. I'm so happy that my voice managed, and I hope to see you soon with another journal which I might be doing in future. Thank you very much, Martina. Bye bye.